Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Spring training action on MLB The Show. It's the Tropics taking on the Tigers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, just about set to go. And on the hill in this one, Pedro Martinez. Lots of punch-outs, a real strikeout artist, Singy.
We know he's one of the best in the game, doesn't make many mistakes, and if he's in a pinch, he'll make up a pitch and throw something that you've never seen before.
Here's the second baseman, Roberto Allinger. And another ball. That one misses, and that's ball 3.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Foul ball there. The wind of the pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. He's got it. One down. Okay, let's check out the lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for him. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
And here's the first baseman, Edgar Martinez. 2 outs, base is empty. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
On the ground, Cano gets it to first, and that's the 3rd out. Half inning complete. We've got no score. Back here with my pal Siggy, and starting this one, Seth Lugo.
Great sinker. Although it's not his primary pitch, it's really a pitch that he can go to, misses the barrel of the bat, gets ground balls, and lets the defense work behind him.
Now here is Vladimir Guerrero. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. In the air, right side of the infield. Rodriguez makes the catch, and there's one gone. Let's take a look at our lineup. And with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end. Turned on it nicely, definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
Next to hit, David Ortiz. Man at second. And that one missing low. That's in there. And now 2-2. And a pitch. That misses. 3-2 now. Lugo, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. And a pitch. In the air out to center. Beltran makes the catch. That's out number 2.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
And now the first baseman. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside.
Well, going to pause on that thought, as that'll do it for the inning. Scoreless after 1. New inning getting started, and stepping in, the rookie left fielder, Juan Gonzalez. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. And he deals. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Kicks and fires. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the door. Diaz down to first, gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
Obviously, that was nowhere near the strike zone. By the time it got to the plate, we're all watching it thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
So now, and that's ball 4.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy is just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
Man at first, Roberto Clemente will hit next. Next pitch inside, 3-1. And the pitch. And ball 4, 2 aboard. So 1 out with 2 aboard. Here's the center fielder, Carlos Beltran. 2 on, 1 out. That's inside. And it's 2-1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And the right-hander deals. Swing and a miss as he was late. A drumming behind the plate, calling balls and strikes. Maybe one of the most respected umpires around the league.
He's not the kind of umpire that you're likely to notice back there. And that can be a huge compliment, really. So if you're just kind of quietly doing your job, staying consistent with your call.
High heat, too much on that one.
Well, he just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up with 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
So first and second with 2 outs. Now here is Pudge Rodriguez at the belt and fires. Bounce to the left side. Down the line, and it's foul.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
2 outs. Caught him looking for the throw.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
shortstop, Alex Rodriguez. The wind and pitch. Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Now it's the second baseman, Robinson Cano. One down, base is empty. Not even close there. And that's ball 2. Second inning here, no score. In the air, right side. Clemente in position. 2 down. Juan Soto down.
You know, Boog, as a 20-year-old, this guy hit 2 home runs in the World Series. And the only players younger than Soto to hit World Series home runs are Andrew Jones, Miguel Cabrera, and Mickey Mantle.
And that's off the inside edge. It's 2-2.
Didn't want to happen, just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Space is empty. Stepping in the long ball threat, Manny Ramirez. Ground ball up the middle, and that one finds its way through. And that keeps the inning alive.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Now the catcher up to hit, Yainer Diaz. The 1-1. Fought off foul. Got him looking. That's the third out. Inning over. Well, they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now a 1-0 ball game. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the third inning. Now Correa up to hit. This guy is an elite level hitter, especially considering contact, just the ability to hit for average. What you really like, though, stays in against those righties, and that's not so easy as a right-handed batter. And it's through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
So the batting order turns over, and here is Roberto Alliger. And here it comes.
That's a ball.
Correa aboard here at first with nobody out. That one hit to right. In position. And out number 1 on the ground. Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
The shortstop takes the ball.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means. Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Next pitch misses, and that's ball 3.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Man at first, 1 away. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Some high cheese for strike 3.
With that kind of velocity and elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Here's a big power throw. Edgar Martinez. Here's a 1-1. A little in front there as he swings through it.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone,
blew the express right by his bat for strike 3. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Tigers on top here, 1-0. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Now it's the right fielder, Vladimir Guerrero. The 1-1. And it's strike 2.
clearly was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
So a man on base to start the inning.
Just a solid swing right there. Put it out front and lift it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And here is Adrian Beltre. The 1-1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the single.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Now it's the DH, David Ortiz. The 1-1 is fouled off. First and second, no outs. Here in the last half of the 3rd. One away.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
And next will be the cleanup hitter. Two on, 1 out. Next pitch in for a strike, and the count's full.
Oh boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The pitch. And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Puerto. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
Alex Rodriguez, the next to hit. Guerrero at 3rd. Beltre over at 1st with 1 away.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Little chopper rolls foul. that one lifted to left. Gonzalez makes his way towards it, brings it in with a nice running grab. 2 away now.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
Here's the second baseman, Robinson Cano.
In the grand scheme of things, this at bat might not feel important because it's early, but it could create a domino effect for things to come. Control what you can here and have a strong at bat.
Righty delivers.
Nope.
This is such a tough offense. That pitcher needs those pitches called for strikes. You don't want to give these hitters any more advantage. They're already bruisers.
Swing and a deep drive. This one's got a chance. Well back there, and boom goes the dynamite. A massive home run. And they boost their lead. It's 5-zip. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. What a huge at bat with the bases loaded to be able to come through with a swing like that. You know, he was reaching it to stay fair. He gets to touch them all. Grand slam. Could be huge in this ball game.
Here's Juan Soto. Bounce to the right side. Oliver slings to first. They get the out on Soto. Inning over, although plenty of damage done. But they leave their mark on the inning as we get another look at the grand slam. And the lead is now 5-0. Welcome back, and now on the mound to start the fourth, Bartolo Colon.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Juan Gonzalez getting ready to hit.
Juan Gonzalez.
The pitch. That's inside.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Righty to the plate. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
The pitch. Off the mark there. And a count 2-1. Nobody out. Runner at first. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2 strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Hit in the air, center field. Soto gets under it. Makes the grab, 1 away.
The right fielder, number 21, Roberto Clemente.
So a man aboard, and now the right fielder, Roberto Clemente. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms of the sport. Headed down the line. And that's a foul ball.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
That one hammered left field. That's back. And it's out of here. He flexes his power with that swing, and they cut into the lead. It's 5-2.
That home run narrows the gap between these two. This one isn't over yet. When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
One out, base is empty. And now here is Carlos Beltran. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. And look out, as that one ran in and got him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. Man at first with one gone. Pudge Rodriguez now at the plate. And a 1-1. He caught it behind his back. Fired to second. Double play. What a great play down there. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now 5-2. Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the fourth. Jorge Lopez.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Stepping in, Manny Ramirez. Pitch. That one missed. That's in there. That's strike two.
Helpful.
Kicks and deals. Ground ball right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
And now it's going to be Yainer Diaz. Ramirez on at first, nobody out. Struck him out looking.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Softly hit to third. There's one. On to first, double play. And that's the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. We played four. The Dominican Republic have the advantage, 5-2. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the fifth. Juan Marichal. Not many pitchers have it, but he'll break out a screwball from time to time. And here comes Carlos Correa.
When he steps into the batter's box, the comfort level looks so high. It doesn't matter what kind of delivery that pitcher has, what kind of velocity, what kind of secondary stuff. He is so settled in there, he owns the home plate area.
And another ball. Activity in the bullpen. Sandy Alcantara appears to be getting loose. Right-hander kicks, deals. Just missing there. And it's 3-2.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a two-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
base hit right there. And that turns the lineup over.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Breaking ball was in a decent spot down and in, but he did a really nice job getting to it and tied him up.
Roberto Oliger digs in now. The 1-1. And that's downstairs and outside. And a pitch. Way out for strike 2. Now fly ball to right center. Soto going after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Now back the pitcher, Francisco Lindor.
Here's Francisco Lindor. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. And the righty deals. The shortstop takes the ball.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
That one misses. And now 3-1. Siggy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely. If he's doing damage now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But yeah, he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence 100%.
And here's the first baseman, Edgar Martinez. Correa, the runner at first with 2 gone. And another ball. And that one fouled off. Fights it off. He'll see another. Not close with that one, and it's 3-2. Juan Gonzalez hoping for a chance. He would represent the tying run.
Yeah, Boo, plenty of power in that bat, and they'd love to give him a shot here.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. So now 2 on and 2 outs. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Nah, what he wanted to do there, Boo. He keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
Here's the left fielder, Juan Gonzalez. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Ball to strike. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, he can move the ball around and add and subtract. Get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Alexis Diaz.
Well, at this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and you need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
Now the number 2 hitter, Adrian Beltre.
Third baseman, Adrian Beltre.
Right-handed reliever. And the slider just misses. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Giovanni Moran, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Pagan, a right-hander, loosening up as well. And that one is lifted in the air. Sizes this one up. Puts it away for the out.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking ball right there. Lucky it stayed in the ballpark.
Here's some real power at the plate. David Ortiz. Left-hand batter waits. Pitch misses there, and it's 2-1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Next offering upstairs.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
The punch out there, and there's 2 down. And now the first baseman. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too. Off the mark there, 2-1.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. Because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Alex Rodriguez in the on-deck circle. The pitch. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
Oh, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at bats?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. 98 on the gun. Just misses with that one.
It's a good take.
Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Sandy Alcantara.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
And the batter now, Carlos Delgado.
The designated hitter, Carlos Delgado.
Here's a 1-1. And downstairs.
Looking to get something going. This is the guy you want at the plate. He's been great for this team. He is a professional hitter.
And another ball. Action in the pen down there. Felix Bautista getting loose out there. Duran also getting ready. Line drive. Hits and he's down.
Put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. Line drives don't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be.
Now it's the right fielder, Roberto Clemente. High fly ball out to center field. Soto gets under it. Squeezes it. And there's 2 down.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
The center fielder.
So up next, Carlos Beltran. You talk about the power and the speed together.
Well, we knew he was going to be a stud just coming up, making his way through the minor leagues, and quickly at this level, an impact player.
Big swing and a miss.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Almost got him. Two down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the sixth. Up the middle. Oh, what a stop. Throws from his knees. It's there, and that's a great play.
This guy's anticipation is off the charts. Don't see many shortstops better than that. Great job to complete the play and end the inning.
Back down for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Giovanni Moran.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Now it's the second baseman, Robinson Cano.
The second baseman, Robinson Cano.
And another ball. Swing and a miss. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike three.
Oh, that high-forcing fastball has become such a great pitch for pitchers to finish hitters off. They're trying to stay back with 2 strikes, make sure that they can handle something off speed, and just with good spin rate, good rotation through the zone, elevate it a little bit, get a lot of swings and misses, and that's a really nice job right there.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a foul straight back. 1 out, base is empty. That one not close. And the count's even at 2. And down on strikes. 2 gone. 2 outs, base is empty. Manny Ramirez, the next to hit. 2 down, nobody on. And 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Two outs. Got it by him for the K. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Felix Bautista. He has a great slider with tons of movement. And now the catcher comes up to him, Pudge Rodriguez. The Tropics in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at-bat out of him right here.
There's a swing and a drive. Soto going back on this one. Has it in and a warning track.
That was a no doubt. Like the wind was holding that in this ballpark.
Here's Carlos Correa. Saying you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. 1 down, base is empty. And a strike right through there. That one in triple digits. On the ground to third. Whips it across. And Correa retired.
Now back. The second baseman.
So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Javier Baez trying to get something going for him with 2 away. And he deals. And another ball. And a pitch. That one a little bit high. Now 3-1. Francisco Lindor waiting for a turn at the plate. And there's ball 4.
Close pitch there, but you've got to forget about that call if you're out on the mound. You can't let it affect you going forward. You've got to get out of the inning first, and then if you want to be frustrated, take it out in the dugout.
Outside low, ball 3. Baez off the first with 2 away. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Soto in and to his right, and that is that. Staying in the game on defense, Javier Baez. He entered the game to pinch hit and now man second base. So they turn to the veteran pitcher in this spot, Emilio Pagan.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now into the game, Andrew Velazquez. He's in at shortstop.
Velazquez.
And here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
You come into the game knowing that unless the ball's in the dirt or gets by him, we're probably not going to steal anything today. So that's where you want to get a little more aggressive on your secondary lead and hope that some base hits, some slugs, some home runs can come into play. Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted in first base with the quick free pass.
So now a pinch hitter, Jose Ramirez.
Man, it must be nice to pull a superstar off your bench, huh?
And the right-hander deals. In the air, left side, Gonzalez. Under it, Gonzalez makes the play.
The batter, the third baseman,
Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Ketel Marte. Runner on first and 1 down for him. And here it comes. And that one lifted in the air center field. And there's 2 away.
the designated hitter, number 34, David Ortiz.
Now A.J. Hinch making a move for a pinch hitter. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Runner on first with 2 gone for him. And there's a ball. Two outs. There's a strike.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
At the belt and fires. And that one finds its way through. Boots it. And that extends the inning.
Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty far through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Jose Reyes. 2-out opportunity for him with runners on the corners. Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. He's got it, and that is that. So remaining in the game defensively, Ketel Marte. He pinch hit last half inning, but now he's in a position he's not familiar with at all. Seems like a questionable move here. New arm out of the bullpen, Ryan Abreu.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And One of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Now into the ball game on defense, Manny Machado. He takes over as the new first baseman. Also entering the game, Fernando Tatis Jr. He takes over in right. Pinch hitter coming on, Orlando Cepeda. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. The 1-2. And another ball.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the ninth with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Stays alive. Got him. And that's one away. And the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit funny with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pick.
So they're making the move for a bat off the bench. Jorge Posada, 1 out, and the base is empty for him. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Not even close there. 2 balls and a strike. One down, base is empty. Oh, great call on the dive. Gathers and throws, and they get the out.
A quick move to his left, fully extended there in front of the shortstop to make the grab. Up with it, then a strong, accurate throw across the diamond to complete this highlight play.
So now a pinch hitter, Christian Arroyo, looking for a 2-out spark with the bases empty. The 1-1. And a good eye there.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
That one down the line, and that's just foul. Pitch misses. Full count, 3-2. Roberto Clemente up next. Right through there. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Staying in the game on defense, Orlando Cepeda. He pitch hit last half and now takes over at first. Joe Jimenez on the pitch out of the pen here.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
So coming into the game now on defense, Eddie Rosario. He'll be out in left field. Now A.J. Hinch making a move for a pinch hitter, Julio Rodriguez.
Well, with his speed, he could really make some things happen leading off.
Righty delivers. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Flip to the pitcher is in time, and they get it out of the play.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Rafael Devers.
And what a great guy to be able to turn to off the bench, huh?
Left-hand hitter waits. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Jimenez, pretty much every manager's dream coming out of the pen. High strikeout, low walk. That is a recipe for success. The pitch. Ground ball, left side. Fires across the diamond. 2 up, 2 down.
No, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out in front a little bit, rolled over on it, and beat it into the ground.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Juan Soto. That one misses, and it's 2-1. That's hard hit on the line. Beltran makes the grab on the run. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Emmanuel Clase.
I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it off.
Now into the game, Alfonso Soriano. He'll play second. Also into the ball game, Wendell Franco. He's in at shortstop. Pitch hitter coming on, Mike Lowell.
The last chance for him here, hoping he can be a catalyst for some type of ninth-inning comeback.
Here comes a pitch. And a foul ball. Kicks and fires. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, we see it a lot more these days than we ever did when I played. But the slider in the 90s still catches your attention, even if you're sitting on the pitch. Good luck recognizing that tight spin and adjusting to the late break.
1 down, base is empty. Hot shot to third. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the catcher, Rodriguez.
Here's the catcher, Pudge Rodriguez. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. 2 down, nobody on. Slam and a miss. Out at 99. 2-2 now. This could end it. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Soto going after it.
But it's also important to come out and play with some level of a fear of failure. That's what brings out the best, knowing that if I don't bring it today, we could lose. And nobody likes to lose, especially when you work this hard to play at this level. Nice win today.
And your final score, 5-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Yankees taking on the Tropics. First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to roll here. Showing the slab in today's game. Number 33.
Well, the big thing is that the way he holds his curveball, it's more of a knuckle curve, and because of that, it's less predictable in terms of the break for the hitter. That makes it that much harder to hit this guy.
All right, ready to get underway. And here's the veteran outfielder, Ricky Henderson. On the ground to short. Lindor on to first. One up, one down. Take a look at the lineup. And the key to victory for them here, get their starter some run support early.
Boog, if they can get him that run support early, it's likely the other team folds because they know how dominant he can be once he gets settled in. So put pressure on that other team right away, jump out to a lead early, and a few runs is going to feel like 30.
Here's Kyle Tucker. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's two away.
The designated hitter,
Now it's Corey Seager. He's a left-handed batter who still comes up with good contact and a good average against left-handed pitchers. And another ball. All right, so you hit lefty. What makes it so hard to face a left-handed pitcher?
Left-handers, they just seem to have different arm angles, so to keep that front shoulder in there and really discipline yourself can be tough sometimes, but the guys that do it well, man, I tip my cap to them every day.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the first. No score after a half inning. Back here with my pal Singy. So here's the lefty, Andy Pettitte.
The spin rate on the curveball is incredible. Hitters know they're going to see a lot of them today. Stay back, be patient, and hit the ball the other way.
Bottom of the first. And now the rookie second baseman, Roberto Oliver. The wind of the pitch. And it's strike two. In the air out towards right center. Tucker balls it in, and there's one away. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
One down, base is empty. There's a line drive to left field. And Ricky Henderson the grab. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
Going to count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 out, space is empty. And that one almost hit him. The wide to kick the pitch. Swings and misses. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Scoreless after 1. And we're back. Now it's the power speed combo. Mike Trout. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Swing and a miss, and that's Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it on the first. In time to get him. One away on the strikeout.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner when with 2 strikes you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
No score here in the second. Just missed. Matthew Ross behind the plate. Pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, pitchers that work side to side effectively love being on the mound with Ross calling balls and strikes, Boog. If you can command your stuff on the outer edges of the strike zone, he will reward you.
Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Clemente makes the catch, and there are 2 outs. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the veteran shortstop, Cal Ripken Jr. The pitch. Hit hard, that gets through. So Paul Goldschmidt now gets a chance with 2 gone.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
And here's Paul Goldschmidt. Outside low, ball 2. Ripken leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Lifted in the air, right center field. On his way over. Makes the catch, inning over. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Second, now the left fielder, Juan Gonzalez.
He's got a nice, short, compact swing. Doesn't swing and miss a whole lot.
The lefty ready, and a 1-1. And that one hammered. That's back there. Hauls it in on the warning track.
The first baseman, Orlando.
Here's the veteran first baseman, Orlando Cepeda. 1 down, base is empty. That one finds the zone, and a count 1-2.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Next offering down in the dirt. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of pitchers didn't like their thrower because it threw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls, but because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
Two outs. The other way, brings it in for the 3rd out. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Top half of the 3rd inning. Here's Mookie Betts.
The second baseman.
Well, you always have to be careful in these spots because Mookie is lethal in the leadoff spot. He has the most multi-home run games out of the leadoff spot in baseball history.
Just off the inside edge. And now 2-2. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Williams moving under this one. Makes the grab, one down. Now it's going to be Joe Mauer. He is at the top of the game in terms of defense at the catching spot. Outside, 3-1.
It's so impressive because these guys have to do so much study and preparation for their pitchers, for opposing hitters, and really their #1 job is to guide that staff through a ball game. And so when you also can turn it up offensively and be a force there, that is a win-win in every manager's dream.
Here's the left fielder, Ricky Henderson. The pitch.
Oh, that's inside.
Two down, nobody on. Swings and misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, when those hitters count, sometimes it can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Wouldn't chase that time.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
2 outs. Swung on, belted. That one back there. See you later. And they grab the lead. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. Does an excellent job of getting his arms extended to get the fat part of the bat to the baseball. Wrists do not roll over. They stay through the zone and on plane. Excellent swing.
And now the right fielder, Kyle Tucker. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Drops into the glove, and that is that. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 1-0. As we go to the last of the 3rd. And now, Pudge Rodriguez. This one high in the air to left center. Trout sizing it up, nabs it, and a quick out, #1.
Batting in, the shortstop,
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Here's a guy who is one of the best in the business. You're talking about looking for a hit somewhere, and this is a guy you go to. Swing and a miss. And the count, 1-2.
Yeah, he's so fun to watch as a hitter. Bats from both sides of the plate, and he's so rare in that he really makes a lot of contact batting both righty and lefty. And, you know, it takes a ton of time in the cage to maintain both of those swings.
And that just misses.
You know, but one thing about being a great switch hitter, it's so tough to keep both of your swings sharp. I mean, sometimes it can feel like a long time in between at bats against a lefty or vice versa. You can work on both swings, but there's only so much a guy can do in the batting cage. Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
And now the veteran third baseman, Mike Lowell. And that's in for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The 2-2 on the way. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Home team down a run here in the last half of the 3rd. Swing and a miss. just struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1, 2, 3. Welcome back, and now on the mound to start the fourth, Jorge Lopez.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Seager stands in now. Pitch misses, and that's ball 2.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
Just missed. Ball 4, and Seager has taken his base.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Here's Trout. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. Seager gets his lead at first. Nobody out.
He's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent. So much fun to watch.
And it's even up. And that's down and away. Righty to the plate. Lopez gets the swing and the miss. And one away.
I mean, there aren't many curveballs in the sport today that break like that thing does. Huge movement. It's so difficult to get on the same plane and even think about squaring it up, let alone get a piece and hope he throws something else to keep the at-bat alive.
Digging in, Chipper Jones. 1-1. A little out front there as he swings through. The 1-2. Bounce that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Man at first, one away. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3. It's a double play. And that'll do it for the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We're midway in the fourth. The Yankees have the lead, 1-0. Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the fourth. Greg Maddux.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of them right here to get some critical outs.
And now it's the switch-hitting second baseman, Roberto Oliver. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
The 2-1. Late on that fastball.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Couldn't catch up to the heater. Went right after him there, Siggy. No messing around.
3 pitches right there. 3 really good fastballs in that at bat. But what stood out is all of them in a different part of the zone. He started them away. You look out onto the plate as a hitter, and then he busts you in. You're not quick enough to be able to pull the trigger and turn on it. And then he finished up in the zone. Good velocity. Caught the top part of that strike zone. That's a great example of how you mix your locations. Just as important as mixing speeds.
Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Lifted in the air in midfield. That's a base hit.
Put on that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. That takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Next is the designated hitter, Edgar Martinez. Pickoff throw. Williams back in on a dive. First offering. Runner goes. Pitching for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Well, he picked up the once just before the pitch to check on him. But didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some video. Awesome job to be prepared, got the timing down, and he gets in a scoring position.
One out and a runner at second. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Got him swinging.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the launch out. That fastball on the pitch before was off. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Juan Gonzalez. That's a little bit low. Man on second, 2 down. Good job to fight that one off. Comes a 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the fifth. Alexis Diaz.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So digging in, Cal Ripken Jr. Kicks and deals. And that one fouled off.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
And a pitch. That misses. 2-2. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Giovanni Moran up and throwing. Padilla also throwing. And a pitch. They tried to get him to chase on a slider, down and away. Swing and a miss, struck him out. One gone here.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically, he looks to shoot the ball the other way.